In today's complex business environment, organizations face unprecedented challenges. Regulations shift constantly, markets evolve rapidly, and stakeholder expectations continue to rise. Yet many companies still manage governance, risk, and compliance as separate, disconnected functions. They're siloed, they're reactive, and they miss critical opportunities for strategic alignment. This is where integrated governance, risk, and compliance comes in. It's not just another framework or buzzword. It's a fundamental shift in how organizations operate. Integrated governance, risk, and compliance, often called integrated GRC, is a holistic approach that brings together three essential organizational functions into one cohesive strategy. Instead of having compliance teams working in isolation, risk managers operating independently, and governance committees acting separately, integrated GRC aligns all these functions around a single purpose, ensuring the organization acts ethically, operates within its risk appetite, and complies with all internal policies and external regulations. Think about what happens when these functions remain siloed. A compliance officer might implement a new control to meet regulatory requirements, but nobody told the risk team. The risk team might identify a significant operational vulnerability, but it never reaches the governance committee. Different departments maintain separate records, use different terminology, and follow different processes. There's duplication, there's confusion, and most importantly, there are gaps. With integrated GRC, this fragmentation disappears. All teams share common data, common language, and common objectives. They work toward alignment, which is the true cornerstone of integrated GRC. Strategy alignment is foundational. Your governance framework must reflect your organization's strategy. Your risk management approach must support that same strategy, and your compliance program must be designed to enable strategic objectives while managing risks effectively. When you achieve this alignment, something powerful happens. Compliance stops being a burden and starts becoming an enabler. Risk management becomes strategic rather than reactive, and governance becomes the glue that holds everything together. Process alignment is equally critical. Different teams often use different tools, different assessment methodologies, and different reporting timelines. In an integrated GRC environment, you standardize processes across the organization. Everyone follows the same risk assessment framework. Everyone uses the same policy management system. Everyone reports using the same metrics and dashboards. This standardization creates efficiency. It reduces errors, and it enables real-time visibility across the entire organization. Data is the lifeblood of integrated GRC. When governance, risk, and compliance comes together, risk managers operating independently and governance committees acting separately, this is where integrated GRC comes in. And compliance functions share a common data repository. Decision-making becomes faster and more informed. A compliance officer can instantly see which risks are being managed by which teams. A risk manager can view the compliance status of specific business units. A governance committee can access real-time dashboards showing the organization's overall risk posture and compliance status. This transparency drives accountability. It enables informed decision-making, and it helps organizations identify emerging issues before they become crises. Culture is another essential element. Integrated GRC works only when the entire organization understands that governance, risk, and compliance are everyone's responsibility. It's not something imposed by compliance officers. It's woven into how people work every day. It's in the values they uphold, the decisions they make, and the way they interact with colleagues and external stakeholders. Building this culture requires clear communication from leadership. It requires training and awareness programs, and it requires demonstrating that the organization genuinely values ethical behavior and risk-aware decision-making. Technology enables integration. Modern GRC software platforms provide unified dashboards, automated workflows, and centralized data management. They allow organizations to aggregate information from multiple sources, identify patterns, and generate actionable insights. But technology alone isn't enough. The real power comes from combining technology with clear governance structures, well-defined processes, and committed people. Let's consider the real-world benefits. Organizations with integrated GRC experience lower compliance costs because they eliminate duplication and redundancy. They respond faster to regulatory changes because information flows seamlessly across functions. They make better strategic decisions because governance committees have complete, real-time visibility into risks and compliance status. They experience fewer compliance breaches because risk management is proactive rather than reactive, and they build stronger stakeholder confidence because their actions consistently demonstrate ethical behavior and effective risk management. Implementing integrated GRC is a journey, not a destination. It requires assessing your current state, identifying gaps, prioritizing improvements, and taking action. You'll need to evaluate your existing governance structures, risk processes, and compliance programs. You'll need to determine where they can be consolidated or better aligned. You'll need to invest in technology and training, and you'll need to establish clear accountability for success. The competitive advantage is significant. In an increasingly regulated and complex world, organizations that successfully integrate governance, risk, and compliance gain a substantial edge.